Well, hello there, Virgo. How are you? It is so good to see you again. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So today we are doing your September life purpose and career reading. So this is good from now until the end of September. There's a little bit of a difference between your life purpose and your career. Your life purpose is your why you are here. It's those special gifts, talents, abilities to connect with others that you have that no one else has. And a lot of times, we do use that in our career or money sector and also in our everyday life. But being in alignment with your life purpose does help you to bring in more of a sense of fulfillment and joy and abundance in your career sector and also in your money sector. So today we're going to take a look first at the overall energies in your life purpose and career sector. And then we're going to actually pull some life purpose cards to see how you could become better aligned with your life purpose in order to have a greater sense of fulfillment and material abundance in your career. And then we'll go to the tarot for more details. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's see, you have Antelope Spirit. Life is speeding up and a new romantic cycle begins. Okay, now in your career and money sector, this is a sense of having a greater sense of fulfillment, of getting back into your heart space. And when you allow yourself to do that, okay, life speeds up. In other words, your career starts taking off. It's about really and truly connecting, falling in love, if you will, right, with the new romantic cycle. Falling in love with the people that you touch on a daily basis, especially in your career sector. So thinking about it is, you know, are you basically flirting, not really flirting in a romantic sense, but are you kind of, you know, having a heart-to-heart connection? Are you trying to have a heart-to-heart connection with the people that you work with, your clients, your customers, your audience, whatever it is, whoever you are, you know, touching, coming into contact with, even if you don't see them face to face? It could be the way that you're showing up on your social media, right? It could be in the way that you're sending emails. Understanding that this is really important for you at this time. Instead of concentrating on the numbers in life, right? Or how many clients you have, or like with me, with the YouTube, right? How many subscribers you have, how many views you have. Instead of that, because that gets us out of our heart space, it's about how am I showing up for my audience? How am I trying to make a connection with them? How am I trying to share my light and love with my audience? And with that, you'll have a greater sense of fulfillment. And you'll also notice that you will have a much more loyal type of connection with your customers, your clients, your audience, and you will have also more financial stability, financial gain. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull some life purpose cards for you. Now, this is a general reading, so all of these may not apply to all of you, but it is also a good way of kind of like thinking about how you may be bringing these energies into your career sector. So let's see what we have here. Really beautiful. Okay, so you have protected and you have justice. All right. Now the justice, it says your career brings fairness and protection to others who need your help. Now, for some of you, that may be actually like you could be a lawyer, right? Or perhaps a police officer or someone in the legal field, but you don't have to be. It's a sense of showing up in your connections with the people that you work with the people that you are coming in contact with on a daily basis, okay? Being fair, okay? That's all. It's about having that balance of fairness, of not over-giving in those connections, not overdoing at work, right? Not over-giving to your customers, your clients, your audience, but also about making sure that you're being fair and giving enough. Right? So it's that heart-to-heart connection, having that balance, allowing, okay, people in your office to also participate, to have, you know, an equal give and take. Remembering that a lot of times we focus on what we're giving in our career sector, but it's also about how can you allow others to give to you. having that, taking an extra minute or two with your customers and allowing them to share a part of their life with you. So, it could be just a minute or two, just asking them, how are you doing? How are you enjoying our products? Is there anything I can do for you? And then listening to them, allowing them to share their thoughts and their story. It could be even their personal story. Giving them time to develop that will help you to have greater connections with your customers or your audience. Also, with the protected, this is an energy of understanding that you are being protected at this time, and you can also have a better sense of connection with your audience, with your clientele, when you allow them to feel safe and secure with them, right? So you're fostering a sense of trust with both the justice and the protected. You're offering a trust. You're offering loyalty to your customers or to your audience, understanding that that is really important. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at this. You have power, present power. This is the energy still of like the lion's gate still coming in here, and consciousness of a lack. Understanding that you have the power to overcome any areas that you may feel like you're not feeling confident in at this time. Sometimes our lack of confidence in our abilities, okay, can also come across to our customers or to our audience. So for instance, if I'm making a YouTube video and I don't feel very confident in my ability to speak in front of the camera or my technology abilities or something like that, that can come across, that energy can literally come across the camera and be felt by the person watching the video. This is an energy of allowing yourself to feel confident and not, if you're not feeling confident, being vulnerable enough to be able to share that with the person that you're talking to. There are people, my father was one of these. If he didn't know the answer, he was really good at making an answer up right on the spot. When I was a child and I would ask him a question and I always thought he always knew what he was talking about, right? But, and I'm not saying that there isn't some value in that, right? But have you ever asked somebody a specific question, right? In the business world or in your life at some point, ask them a specific question and they've said, I don't know the answer to that, but I'm going to get back to you as quick as I can, right? Or they'll say, I'll get back to you tomorrow, right? That builds trust. When we tell somebody we don't know the answer, and then we get back to them with a good answer, a correct answer, that builds trust. It's not that we expect somebody to know everything, right? But we do sometimes really put a lot of emphasis on just making up an answer and feeling really confident about that answer and just moving on. There is a lot of trust though when we admit that we maybe don't know the answer right off the bat, but then getting back, answering that question and answering it correctly, giving people the information that they're really looking for. All right, so let's go to the tarot. Okay, so let's take a look at your present energy. Yes, look at this. You have the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, now the Queen of Pentacles is a lovely energy of nurturing, okay? What it is that you are trying to create. It's the happy family, happy home type of energy. But in your career and money sector, this is an energy of really concentrating on perhaps your sense of material status. And I don't mean that in a bad way. It's kind of like your financial stability, making sure that you have enough for yourself and also for those that are in your sector that you love. Okay, so that's any of your loved ones or family or friends that depend on you. So the Queen of Pentacles sometimes can be a very good giver, but sometimes is not a very good allowing other people to give to you, whether that's time, money, love, acknowledgement, whatever it is, resources. It's about that energy of stepping back into having equal exchange, because you have a change in the wind and then you have deception. In other words, you could be overgiving in either your private personal life or in your career, putting in too much, time, energy, or whatever into your career or certain relationships in your life. And they're depleting you of the energy that you need in order to move forward, right? In order to find that greater sense of happiness or fulfillment. If we feel burdened, we're not feeling fulfilled. There is a sense here that you may be feeling a little bit burdened and kind of like concentrating on, a little bit of what you don't have instead of what it is that you would like to have. So let's see what we have here. Yeah, this is really, look at this. You have the Sun card. Yeah. I feel like for some of you, it is hard. There is a sense of, moving into a new cycle, okay? A new cycle that's more heart-centered, because you have maybe for some time been very focused on family or financial stability for yourself or your family. And now it's understanding, okay, that's kind of behind me. Okay, I can move towards what my heart truly desires, what the Sun is, all right? Moving towards what your heart desires. Because look, you have the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Cups. This is inspiring energy. It's kind of like, okay, I think for some of you, you have been very focused on being responsible, financially responsible, right? And that's a wonderful energy. But we can't, a lot of times, we don't get really ahead. We can't move into that sense of wealth, that sense of abundance, that sense of fulfillment when we're just concentrating on being financially stable. This is an energy of, no, I'm going to go after what my heart truly desires. I'm going to go after, the sense of having a little bit of a whim of moving forward in some way. Starting your own business or going off on some type of tangent, okay? Bringing in a new product or revamping your website, whatever it is. It's understanding, okay, wait a minute. I want to put out a different message. I don't want to just stay here in this stable energy, showing up the same way day in and day out. Even though that has gotten you to a good place, Virgo, right? It's an energy of, no, I want to spice it up. And that's exactly what it is. It's kind of like, yeah, I just want to spice it up. So that is what brings in the romance, right? So let's take a look at what your obstacle is right now. Yes, round and round. You're doing the same thing all the time. So it would be kind of like, I could take a lesson from this. It's kind of like if you do the same type of YouTube videos all the time, it's kind of like, okay, you've done that. You've done that. You see, round and round, you've done it. How many times have you done it? Are you seeing a pattern here? It's time to spice it up. It's time to kind of do it a little bit different and bring your own sense of uniqueness into what it is that you're creating. And then this will help you. Look, it's on your spiritual path. You will go very quickly forward. Both of these are energies of moving forward very quickly. When you kind of spice it up, whatever you're doing, just add a little hot sauce to it. All right, so let's take a look at what your advice is. Yes, you're holding yourself back because here's the sense, it's kind of like, no, I'm focusing on the numbers. I'm focusing on staying stable. I'm focusing on being reliable, responsible, all of that. But it's also creating the sense of fear that you can't step out of your comfort zone. You can't do something a little bit different. And it's really about bringing your own unique twist to it. For some of you, you could have been kind of like, say you started a YouTube channel and you're just kind of like, doing the same thing over and over again because you're seeing some progress or it's growing, right? This is an energy of, okay, but you're staying in the same pattern. It's about breaking out of that pattern, allowing yourself to do something a little bit different, stepping out of your comfort zone, because the Y card here, It's about connecting, getting back to your connections. How can you better connect to your audience, your clients, whoever it is that you're touching on a daily basis? You've kind of become a little bit rote. You're kind of the same every single time. It's about allowing people to see who you really and truly are, and coming out of your comfort zone. Yeah, I really love this energy because, you know, it is a sense of being able to shine your light in a different way. It's a little bit, you know, the Queen of Pentacles is somebody that doesn't maybe have a real sense of humor, right? It's somebody that is a little bit, you know, just tried and true. They're the same every single time, right? And this energy here is somebody that can be very humorous, a little bit silly maybe, but also very creative, out of the box. You're not sure what you're going to get every single time, right? And that is, if you feel like you're kind of in a rut, your business or your career is a little bit in a rut, it's about shaking it up. Just shake it up. You know, just understanding that it's okay. You are protected. Remember, you had the protected card. You are protected. It's time to kind of like shake it up. Spice it up. Okay, so let's pull a Soul Truth card. And Virgo, I do personal readings, so if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I'd really be honored to do a reading for you. I even have a life purpose reading that would be more specific to you if you're interested. All right, am I in my head or in my heart? You're in your head, okay? This is very much in your head. You know, wanting to stay responsible, looking at the numbers, looking at how whatever you're doing is growing, kind of like, you know, they're showing me like a bar graph or a line graph, something like that, right? Your heart, okay, it walks away from that. And it's not about just throwing all the numbers out, right? But it's understanding, well, you know, I'm going to get very creative. I'm going to show people who I really am. I'm going to get more vulnerable in what I'm doing. Sharing your ideas in a team meeting, right? Allowing, you know, talking more to your clients, your customers, letting them get to know you a little bit better. Really beautiful energy of stepping out of the safe zone, you know. Okay, what is the quality of your self-talk? Our brain is like a muscle. If we condition it daily, the fears and limitations will take over. Mastering our thoughts is about being the creator of our own life. Where your head meets your heart is where miracles happen. Yeah, beautiful energy there to remind you that it is about, you know, because you have these energies here, you know, that it's okay. You don't have to stay completely safe all the time. This is an energy of, yeah, I think I'll just jazz it up, spice it up, put a little hot sauce on it. All right. Well, Virgo, I'm going to leave it there. I really do appreciate all of your support by liking, commenting, and subscribing. And I wish you so much love and light in this situation, all your situations. And I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.